Hi, my name is Evilise. I am Gen X, and the world has changed. A lot has changed, since the greatest decade in the history of mankind, since the 80s, which is a lot of fun. I was born in the 70s, but man. So I think I just want to share some observations, along the way, because everything is so different. And this is just going to be a short one. I have noticed, I briefly worked in matchmaking. I have friends, of course, who are dating and, or even married, or divorced, are going through it. So, there's a lot of feelings around things, and there's a lot of fear. And that's the thing, that's what I wanted to talk about was, I guess, the fear. Because, a lot of people have gone through bad breakups, bad divorces, and I get it. They could get mean and nasty and awful and absolutely scar you. I'm divorced myself. It was not pretty. It was not good at the time, going through it. It was really pretty awful. But I'm in a much better place now. But here's what I've noticed. And I've done this myself too, but I have noticed that a lot of people who have been through a bad divorce or a bad breakup, who have been hurt really badly, are just, I'm not getting in another relationship. I'm never getting married again. And I get it. It's a wall, right? They're never going to put themselves in that position. They're never going to open themselves up again because they were hurt so badly. And I get that, right? I mean, I've done that myself. I was like that for many years. The thing is you're potentially missing out on something that could be really good. Yes, one person made it really difficult for you and hurt you really bad, but love didn't hurt you. Being in a relationship didn't hurt you. It's being in the relationship with the wrong person, with the person who did hurt you. It's their actions, or inactions, but that really caused the damage, right? Being in a relationship didn't cause damage. Being marriage didn't cause the damage. It's the person that you were in the relationship with. And the thing is, if you still feel that way, no matter how long it's been since the breakup, I mean, whether it's been, a month, a year, a decade, the thing is that you could still be not healed. You could still be rigid, and I'm not doing that, and that's okay. But you could be potentially missing out on quite a bit, And I thought about this last month. I was cooking dinner, just making a steak for dinner, and I burned my hand. You could see where it's healed now, right? But you could see that it was burned, and it hurt. It hurt a lot. God, I had a massive, ugly blister. While the blister was on, it was fine. But when the blister popped, oh my gosh, the pain. So, okay. But here's the thing. I had seen my doctor. They, gave me the stuff to put on it, bandaged it, gave me stuff to rebandage it, but whatnot. So I followed the instructions of that. Okay. And now my hand, I have a fully functioning hand again. Yay. And stuff. But you know what? I mean, am I going to say I'm never cooking again? Am I going to say that I'm never having another steak again? Am I never going to step into the kitchen again because of this? I mean, no. I have cooked again. I'm being a lot more careful, but that's the thing, I am cooking again. I'm eating steak, I'm stepping into my kitchen again, and I am, and I'm enjoying, a good meal, and everything. But I am being careful again, right? Am I using my gloves more? My, I guess, oven mitts or whatever? Yes, I am. Because I don't ever want to feel that again. But I'm healed, right? So here's the thing. We should be seeking some sort of healing, right? Should be seeking some sort of healing. And it can be ugly. It could be painful. I mean, the blister popping, that actually, I think, hurt more than the burn, but it hurts. I get it, and it could bring up all sorts of memories and pain, that you've experienced. And part of the process is feeling that. And you know, getting through it, right? There might be a process of forgiveness, the, you know, how you see yourself, and a lot of tears, right? And I think a lot of us want to avoid that. I mean, I wanted to avoid that, right? Now, and I get that. It's not pleasant. It is painful. But what's on the other side? You know, like, I have to say, like, right now, like, I have gone through a process. I mean, my process for me probably started about 5 years ago. And I know that I'm in a way better place today than I was 5 years ago. And I'm actually even open to dating and, you know, meeting the right person and, you know, marriage, right? So I'm definitely open to all that, you know, and actually I'm really kind of having a lot of fun with it too, you know. So it's a completely different person, and not only that, but the way I see people, the way I see things is also very different. So, you know, it's a lot of fun. So, and I really do believe that on the other side, like if I were to meet the right person, you know, from being in a healed place, and you know, I mean, at our age, he may have some baggage. He may also have had to go through a healing process and be open to it too. I think there's a lot of wisdom in that. So I'm just saying, you know, be open. You know, be open to possibilities. And as long as you're holding on to the hurt and the pain and the walls, like, well, you're closed. You can't be open up to anything. And, you know, are you open to the possibility that there's something good? And I just would like to encourage anybody that if you've been in pain, if you've been in a bad relationship, it's not the relationship, it's not marriage, it's the person. The person's actions are what hurt you. And you know what? You're going to find better people now. And you're going to act in a better way as well. And you're going to be smarter and wiser, you know, and really you're worthy of being loved, you know. And imagine, you know, maybe open yourself up to imagining what could be, right? And don't you want that on the other side? So I would just encourage, find some sort of healing and forgiveness and moving forward and not be stuck in the past, you know. And, you know, everything requires healing, even my burn and even a broken heart. All right, I hope that helps, and I hope you have a great weekend.